presentation on family separation due to war. And I'm going to start by saying that families can think of separation in two different ways. It could either be a sad and mournful time, or it could be looked at as a blessing. It could be sad, obviously, because you have a loving environment before your family member left, or it could be a blessing because you may have had an abusive or controlling environment, so once they finally leave, you get some freedom and control of your life. But always remember that everyone has a different living environment, which is the thing that causes them to feel differently. I have a video about a loving family whose son surprises them by coming home early, and I'll explain it after it's shown.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Matthew stationed out of Baumgarten, Germany. I just want to say hi to my mom and dad. I hope you guys had a great time at the game today. I'm pretty jealous that I couldn't be there with you guys, but I really wish I could. Go sporting. I'll see you guys real soon. See you.
Okay, so as you can see from that video, it was just a very happy and loving environment, and it was very emotional because you could tell that they were just worrying about him the whole time that he was gone. So if you're having trouble coping with the stress of missing a loved one, there are some things you could do to help you. First, you could talk about your feelings so that the person you're talking about your feelings with can know what you're going through and can have a better understanding and can help you. To stay positive and create memories while they're gone so that you don't get too sad about it and keep your mind off of it. Involve your entire family in the process of them leaving so that everyone can stay on the same page with the deployment. And also, if you don't feel comfortable talking about your situation verbally, then some people find it helpful to keep a journal to keep all their thoughts in and to write down how they're feeling. That sometimes helps people to feel better. Next, I'm going to talk about how a child's life changes when their mother or father goes off to war. First of all, they have to be moving around a lot. They move like 2 to 3 times a year if you're like an active member, which means that you'd have to change schools a lot and have to adapt to new environments. Obviously, you go through hardship of missing your mother or father, and you have long periods of separation, which a child needs their parent like in order to grow up. So ways to help children cope with separation is to tell them everything that's going on and not to keep things from them, because some people think it's best to keep things to protect them, but it really isn't protecting them. It just makes it worse because it makes them think that the situation's much worse and that you can't tell them because it's too bad to tell them. So don't keep any secrets from them. Tell them everything that you know. Next, families as a whole have to make a lot of changes when their loved one goes off to war because, like I was saying, they have to move around a lot, have to deal with separation. But the best way to keep your life going is to stay on your regular routine because it just helps to keep your mind off of it if you're on your regular routine. So overall, war can be looked at in many different ways, and there are many different scenarios that people have before their loved one goes off to war. But as I've stated, there are many ways and things that you can do to cope with missing your loved one due to war.